Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wendy De Rosa Sessions podcast. I'm so excited you're here. This episode is to support you in the beginning of the new year time. Yet it's relevant at any time, really. It's relevant information, especially if organization, chaos, and the root chakra come up for you often. So the episode is on organization, chaos, and the root chakra, and how do we work with these concepts of being organized amidst chaos that might continue in life, whether it's with others or emotionally within yourself, or it keeps happening in the world. So I'm recording this during Capricorn season. So that's basically, end of December, December 21st-ish to January 23rd-ish, you give or take, and a day or two. And so this is the season. Capricorn is so much about grounding and structure and organization and sort of setting things up for yourself, which is in a really grounded and structured way, which is really appropriate for the new year time. And we come up with ways that we want to set up our intentions for the new year and how we want to feel in ourselves and what are the new patterns we want to create for ourselves that are healthy, that might be opposite of the old patterns that we might want to be letting go of. And all of it falls in the same vein of Capricorn. But one of the themes, what's interesting, is Capricorn is also about grounding. And in the energetic system, grounding relates to the grounding cord and the root chakra. So I'm going to thread some pieces here around organization, chaos, root chakra, starting a new year, and getting very organized in yourself as you're approaching, this year ahead. So first of all, I want to talk about the root chakra and the grounding cord, which is, again, grounding is this energetic connection from your hips to the center of the earth. And the root chakra is the power center right at the base of your spine. And so much of that power center, it is earth. It's the earth element. It's slow, it's grounding, it's stability, it's trust in yourself and your body, it's safety, it's survival, it's bonding and attachment and a sense of belonging in the body. Now, if we're being asked to organize our life externally or set intentions for what we want to achieve or accomplish, that sometimes takes a plan and a structure to step by step to make our way to that goal. Whether that goal is, I'm going to organize my finances this year, or build or grow, whatever it is, revenue, wealth, etc. Whether it's the concept of just wanting to feel safe and grounded and connected to yourself, whether it's attracting love or relationships in your life, or having stability in some way. So if the experience externally is not is in some ways a form of chaos, meaning there's I'm attracting a lot of people who need help, or I'm attracting people who are in chaos, or the world feels chaotic. Oftentimes, the external experience is responsive to what we might be holding at a very deep level in our body. And so if our root chakra is chaotic, in that it is holding a lot of energy that isn't clear for us, then oftentimes what we're experiencing in the world around, even the ability or the attempt to plan or organize or follow through in any way, could in fact be chaotic. So chaos comes from fear, really old fear, personal fears that are getting triggered, and probably for some really good reason, meaning the fear that we have in our system that's really old, basically held in the root chakra area of the body, might have been a fear that kept us bonded, attached, and accepted in the family of origin, for example, or the structure we grew up in. The root chakra is so much about our structures and our systems that we were raised in. But if there was chaos in that system and a lot of fear in that system, then we need to, as spiritually progressing souls in a body on a journey, we need to start to look at those fears and unpack them a little bit in order for us to organize and get clear in what it is we do want to live by. So think of it this way. The fears are in the closet and we're doing a New Year's cleansing or a spring cleaning or whenever you clear out the closet, and we have to open the closet and pull out everything to look at it and decide what we're going to toss and throw away, and maybe reorganize those things or that energy, get really clear in it, and put into place, maybe back into the closet, what is true inside ourselves. Really organize within our system what our truth is versus what have we been holding on to subconsciously on a fear-based level, very low in the body, that our chaos basically has been telling us we need to look at it. The chaos is I mean, in some cases it's the issue, but in some cases it's the wisdom. It's saying, hey, you've got some fears here to look at. Let's unpack those. So I'm just going to invite you, I'm going to name some fears that sometimes manifest here in the root chakra, deeply subconscious. But as I name them, I'm going to invite you, this is an exercise. I'm going to invite you to breathe into them and exhale down your grounding cord. That's the unpacking, is we're going to acknowledge them and give them breath and then release them down your grounding cord as energy. So when we release energy, when we bring the subconscious into awareness and we bring breath to it, that is what releases that energy. And so when we release that energy down, does it mean that the whole pattern has absolved itself? Not always. I mean, sometimes there's major ahas and clearings and we feel so clear. So let's hope and pray and intend for that. But sometimes there's an invitation to unpack more. And so I'm going to give you this exercise and you can continue to practice it on releasing and unpacking these fears. And then we're going to work with naming what your deeper truths are and aligning them. So that's let's organize and put back into place what is actually true for us now. So this will be a practice that you can do now and take into your organizing of your year process. So first, we're going to close our eyes and just imagine envisioning your grounding cord from your hips to the center of the earth. Your grounding cord is this pipeline that helps you feel safe, secure, connected, bonded, attached, and a sense of belonging. And your grounding cord, as it's secure around the sides of your hips and your low belly and low spine, it extends into the earth and sprouts its roots. And as you take a big inhale, you're going to breathe into your root chakra and your whole body. And as you exhale, you're going to let your body let go of energy. Any deep subconscious fears that stir, that create the chaos, that swirls and keeps you elevated and ungrounded and in a fear state that might race the heart or create panic or worry, accelerate the mind, etc. So I'm going to talk through the fears, and you are going to, in this moment, just keep breathing and keep exhaling down your grounding cord. So some underlying fears that might exist here in the body and the root chakra that contribute to chaos is fear of abandonment, fear of being left, fear of being alone, fear of not having connection. Breathe here, exhaling and releasing, giving this energy breath and a place to let go. The next is fear of letting go of what was comfortable but doesn't serve your higher mission. Fear of letting go, essentially, of what doesn't serve you. That might be the fear of abandonment. Keep breathing here, letting the fears release, letting other people's fears release. Let it go down your grounding cord. The next is the fear of your own light, or fear of shining your light because someone might get hurt, or someone might be affected, or someone might feel inadequate. Deep breaths into the fear of your own light, of having it, of being okay with it, of shining it, for fear of what others may think. Deep breaths, let this energy release down your grounding cord. As you release this fear, there's more space for your light to take up that space. We're going to add in here fear of other people's energy. Inviting you that this is your body, your agency over your body, your light. That you get to take up space and that you're letting go of the fear of other people's energy by just letting them have their own energy as you take up space in your body. And continue the unpacking. Keep your breath moving. Deep breaths in, deep, long exhales. The next is fear of receiving or having. That means fear of compliments, fear of gifts being given to you, fear of love coming your way, fear of having what you have asked for, fear of being met or seen. Deep breaths that comes from old places. Exhaling down your grounding cord, letting it go. fear of your dreams coming true. That means receiving again what you've asked for, what you've intended. You can set lots of intentions. Are you willing to receive them? Is there a fear of them happening or coming true? For any reason, exhale, let go of the fear and any fears underneath the fear. Exhaling down your grounding cord, sending it to the earth, allowing it to release. Next is the fear of your own thoughts, the fear of the thoughts in your mind, which often come from the feelings in your body, and the fear of feeling those feelings, which ties into the next fear that we're releasing, which is fear of vulnerability. The fear of your thoughts that comes from the fear of your feelings that require your vulnerability, but the fear of that vulnerability and the fear of your emotions. Take some deep breaths. Let all of that energy release. That is a lot of conditioning we take on very early in life, that our emotions aren't okay and that we can't be vulnerable. We have to toughen up and shove it under the rug and peace keep and please and all of those things that keep us from our authentic feelings, emotions, vulnerability. And of course, the mind races then. The mind is responding to these deeper places, these deeper patterns and feelings. Deep breaths, let all that energy release down your grounding cord, big dump. And any other fears that you've identified for yourself. You're unpacking your closet. You're pulling it all out. You're throwing down your grounding cord, what does not serve you, and letting it go. These old fears. And now your soul can take a deeper seat in your body. And this is where we allow more light to fill into your root chakra and your grounding cord. And this is where we get to reorganize internally. And the action steps you take in life to organize your what's ahead for yourself comes from feeling clear and organized in your deeper truths. So I'm going to name some and then leave some space for you to create what is here for you. So I'm going to name that perhaps a new truth is, I am worthy of my light. I am worthy of my light. And if that's true, sit in it, stand in it, expand in it, be in it. And that's true for all of these. I'm going to name. Perhaps another truth is it's okay for me to have my center and my body. It's okay for me to have my center and my body. Another one is I can have and give to myself. It is not selfish. I can have and give to myself. It's important that I do to stay nourished, to stay sourced, to be able to have enough energy for life and to give in the ways that are authentic for you. I can have and give to myself. It's not selfish. The next one is a no to others is a yes to myself. A no to others is a yes to myself. Sometimes we need to set boundaries. And a no can be gentle and honest, backed by the need to say yes and take care of yourself. Another truth is I am allowed to feel good about myself, contrary to what anyone else taught me. I am allowed to feel good about myself, what anyone else modeled for me. Take a deep seat in yourself, expand, take up space. I am allowed to feel good in myself and about myself. Continuing on here as you breathe, it's okay to feel happy and joyful. And joy clears my energy. It's okay to feel happy. Deep breaths, claiming that. The next is I can have boundaries. I can decide what's good for me and what isn't good for me. I can communicate my boundaries. I can hold my energetic boundaries by holding my center. Take up space here in the center of your being. The next is I am responsible for whose energy comes into my space. I am responsible for whose energy comes into my space. So I'm claiming that I am responsible. I will only allow what feels good or feels important and part of my journey. I get to decide whose energy doesn't come into my space. I am responsible for clearing my energy when it's out of my control. Take some deep breaths, expand in your body into these deeper truths. I'll add one more and then leave some space for your own. One more is my inner peace is my responsibility. My inner peace is my responsibility. Take up space in your body. Feel your legs and feet and your grounding cord strong. I'll hold a moment here for you to claim any other truths for yourself. And as you claim these truths, may you take up space in your body, meaning allow the light to glow from the center, the whole central channel of your body outward into your arms and legs. May you take up space with the light of you inside yourself, that you are reorganizing internally and energetically, having let go of the fear, the subconscious fears that were creating chaos energetically in your body, for you to get very clear in what your truths are. And so from here, how do you organize your life according to these statements, these beliefs, these deeper places of truth inside yourself, the ones that you create, the new power statements? What will you set up for yourself this year to make sure that you are organized within according to these deeper truths that you are grounding in your body, and you are grounding with your soul in your physical body and embodying here on this journey? So in this Capricorn season, or any time you are listening to this episode, may you take the time to consider that the chaos is trying to tell you something. It's pointing to deeper fears. What are those fears? Slow your body down, ground, and start to unpack the fears out of the closet. What are they? Name them, write them down. After that, you can rip them up, exhale down your grounding cord, let them go, let them release. Take a deep seat as a soul in your body and claim for yourself your new and deeper truths that you are going to align to and make plans and organize and set up for yourself ongoing. I hope this episode supported you. Many blessings on your journey. Happy New Year, or happy steps ahead. Again, no matter when you're listening to this, I hope this episode supported you. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel below. And if you are listening on a podcast, you can watch the video version on YouTube.